Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Your boy got his first tattoo, and it just so happens to be wrestling related.
We are untouchable! We are unstoppable! And we are undisputed.
What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and welcome to my tattoo reveal and sort of the story behind it, I guess. So just last Thursday I turned 18, the big 1-8. It's a big year. I'm officially an adult by law now. It was a good time. I'm glad to be 18. I went and saw Avengers Endgame, which was absolutely amazing. I won't say anything in case you haven't seen it yet, but I mean, who hasn't seen it yet? Are you really a Marvel fan if you haven't seen it yet? But just now, 2 days ago, I went and got my first tattoo. It's been something I've been thinking about for a few years now, and it's something I've wanted for a while. And I always knew that this was the first tattoo that I was going to get. Now the tattoo is here on my wrist, and I will reveal it in this video, but first I sort of want to get into the backstory behind it. So, I am a fan of professional wrestling. No, really? I didn't think you were a fan of professional wrestling. It's not like you have a YouTube channel that uploads professional wrestling content. Okay, wrestling has been a major part of my life. At school, kids would bring in these action figures and they'd play with them on the bus, and they'd talk about Monday Night Raw and SmackDown and all this stuff that I didn't understand, and there was video games and all this other crazy stuff going on. My mother had talked about it in the past because she used to watch wrestling way back in the day. And then eventually, I turned on the TV in 2010 and watched Monday Night Raw. It was the episode where the Nexus debuted and attacked CM Punk and John Cena. I thought it was pretty cool. Then I turned off the TV and I didn't watch it again. Until April of 2011, I tried watching again. And this time on my TV were two very important men, two of the greatest wrestlers of all time, Triple H and The Undertaker. WrestleMania 27 was really a bad time to start being a wrestling fan, but this was the best match at that year's WrestleMania, the no-holds-barred match between Triple H and The Undertaker. And these were the first guys that I really saw on my screen that really captivated me and said, oh my god, I need to watch this. The intensity of their promos, the whole feud leading up to it, and of course the WrestleMania match. It was insane. I was absolutely in love at 9 or 10 years old, however old I was back in 2011. And from that point on, I just grew more and more attached into wrestling over the years. I never stopped watching it to this day. There was never a period where I was like, oh, I'm not going to watch it anymore. Although there were times I was picked on at school, called names, made fun of when I wore a wrestling t-shirt or my John Cena You Can't See Me hat to school, and I started to shut wrestling out. I got rid of all my posters in my room. I wouldn't wear my shirts outside, and basically the only thing I really kept were like my action figures, a few belts and stuff like that, and other toys that I had. But I never stopped watching. I just really wasn't too open about it. But the more and more I liked wrestling, the older I got, I was like, why do I care what these people think? If I like wrestling, I'm going to want to share my passion with other people. So I started talking about it a bit more openly, got made fun of some more. I had made a few friends who liked it. I actually converted some of my non-wrestling fan friends into wrestling fans, so that was pretty cool. And then fast forward to the summer of 2016. I was going through some of the roughest days of my life. My mother had a cancer scare, I lost my grandfather, I was cheated on in my first real serious relationship, and my parents divorced. And that took a toll on me. I felt pretty alone, and I didn't have anyone to go to, and I had to be the strong one. But there was something that was always there to make me happy. That was wrestling. It was always there for me. I would tune in every week, and it would just be my escape from everything. Just like it still is to this day, just like other things like Marvel and Star Wars are. Wrestling was my escape, it was my passion, it was my hobby, and I needed something to do to like take my mind off of all the shitty stuff that was going on in my life at the time. So I started making videos and uploading them on YouTube. On August 13th, 2016, I uploaded my first video, which was a channel trailer, which was deleted, don't go and try and find it, and then an action figure review of some figure that I bought like the week before. I think it was like an Elite Samoa Joe or something like that. And then I started pumping out the content, and of course slowly started getting subscribers. Eventually I hit 1,000, and this was during the school year, and then out in my local newspaper was this article, interview with me about hitting 1,000 subscribers. I live in a small town, nothing ever happens here. And my teacher saw this, and they put it right up on the whiteboard for everyone to see. And people started playing my videos in class. They were making fun of me for it a bit. I didn't really care because, you know, I had 1,000 subscribers. Why am I gonna care what a few people think when I've got 1,000 people that when I go back home and make a video, it feels like I mean something to some people. And of course, through YouTube, I've had so many amazing opportunities. I did an interview with my local TV station. Of course, the newspaper interview that I talked about before. I was able to go to 4 WrestleManias now. I had went to one before, and that was kind of one of the other reasons that made me really want to be like, oh my god, I want to pursue something with this and I want to make YouTube videos. So I saw like other vloggers that were doing it. But since then, I was able to travel to 3 more WrestleManias. I've gone to the last 4 in a row. I've made some amazing friends, and I mean friends that I'm closer with than people I know in my real life. I even met my girlfriend, and now we've been dating for 10 months. It's also shown me a potential future career path, as next year I'll be going off to film school. So wrestling really has done so much for me. It's been an escape, it's given me new opportunities, it's allowed me to meet some amazing people, it's allowed me to travel, share my passion. And I feel like no matter what, even if I were to ever stop watching wrestling, which I really don't see happening, I feel like it's always going to be a part of me. Whether it's the people I've met, the career path I choose, the opportunities I've had, it's still being an escape for me down the line with who knows what I go through. But I feel like wrestling is always going to be such a big part of my life. And that's why I decided to get this tattoo on my 18th birthday. So anyone who's against tattoos and thinks, oh, you should think this through, you shouldn't just get a random wrestler tattooed on there. Well, this isn't really a random wrestler. You see, my tattoo is where it all started back in April 2011. Alright, I think it's time for me to reveal it. Alright guys, I figured I'd give you guys the close-up angle so that you'll actually be able to see it. Here is my tattoo. It is the logo of The Undertaker. The Undertaker and Triple H are what started it all for me as a wrestling fan. My plan is to eventually have Triple H's logo tattooed on my other wrist so that, you know, I'll have them matching. But yeah, it's Undertaker's logo, his TX logo. I absolutely love it for my first tattoo. I just wanted to get it simple. I was going to do like a black outline, and then I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a solid black fill, maybe purple, but I decided to just go with this sort of faded shading sort of look. I like how it is. If I want to change it to solid black, I can easily do that down the line, but I absolutely love how this turned out. This is going to be a part of me forever, just like wrestling is, just like YouTube has been, and just like all the people I've met and all the opportunities I've had will be. I know it's upside down now, but yeah, there is the Undertaker tattoo, and that's what all wrestling has done for me. I was originally going to do a vlog actually whenever I went to go get the tattoo, but unfortunately the studio which I got it at didn't allow me to videotape. I did take a picture though of just the outline, so I can throw that up on the screen right now. So that's what it looked like before it actually got filled in, but I'm absolutely in love with it. I'm glad I'm going to have this with me for the rest of my life. So that's the video guys. Make sure to hit the like button if you did enjoy, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications to never miss a new upload. Let me know down in the comments below, do you have any wrestling tattoos, or do you plan to get one down the line? I was actually thinking about doing a video about cool wrestling tattoos, so let me know if you guys want to see that. And I'm very excited because my next tattoo is going to be getting Tommaso Ciampa's face tattooed on my